What's your superpower?
I want a better hug than the one we got as a group. I want an individual.
Lorna's superpower is the power of hugs.
I love my people. I love people. I just love people.
The
You know
power
what?
of hugs.
I like it.
Thank you,
She was like,
No touching.
It is a loving people is a good place to start in life in general, I believe.
Yeah.
Right?
I got
And
it
I
from
think
my
that
mom.
it alleviates a bunch of problems. But if you can't fake it, right? Because it'll serve you well.
It will. It's hard to
Until
fake.
you know.
Yeah, I mean, try not to be a phony faker.
Of course, of course.
Cover.
Of course.
Yeah.
But
Get some acting lessons
in
with
our
him.
business, it is an asset if you care.
Yeah,
Right? It's like,
life's easier.
what other superpowers do you have? Anybody? No one else? Every one of you has a superpower.
Maury, you've got a superpower.
Who? Maury? Oh, Maury absolutely has a superpower. What do you believe that superpower?
Invisibility.
Maury's a cool cat.
Yeah, he's a cool cat.
He could read
Star.
some story.
We'll get back to Maury. Star.
I am a problem solver. I see something that's not working out, and I just figure out how to fix it and make it right. That's just who I am and how I get things done, and it works.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's
Yes.
instinct.
She does it with kindness.
Where do you did you get that from one of your parents? That power.
That power,
What was the trickle down on that?
it is a trickle down. That was from my dad.
Yeah, right. I know he was in developing.
Yeah.
So that's a problem solving, rapid problem
Yeah,
solving.
I can't sit
All
still
that.
and anything.
Yeah.
Just
I like the rapid.
and not blame people.
Yeah, just get it done.
Yeah.
Yeah. What are you gonna do about it? Anybody else? Duncan, what do you think your superpower is?
Well, today I had 2 Celsius and a cup of coffee already, so.
Okay.
He's so calm. He's so calm. He doesn't trip about stuff. Yeah, that's you.
I like that. I'll take it.
Anybody want to take a stab at Maury before we move on?
Yes.
What's Maury's
Maury
superpower?
can read. Maury reads a story.
But I would say I see it a little differently. All my clients that I've had over the last 4 years use one word. They all say the same thing, and I think that's my superpower. They say, Corey, you're very genuine. You don't seem salesy.
Authenticity goes
You
along with
have our back. I can trust you. You're knowledgeable, and you're very genuine. So I think being genuine is my superpower.
Well, and I think authenticity is definitely your superpower, right? And it plays out. It played out when you when you retired from your last job and you started real estate and you were the rookie of the year, right? And you were the rookie of the year because you already had buy-in with people who trusted you and believed you, and they're like, oh, we like Maury over there, we're gonna like him over here, right? So that authenticity is not a new thing for you. It's something that you have developed in every relationship and every position you've been in. So that just played out in your first year of real estate. It was an asset for you.
And he's really good at fashion sense.
Maury?
Yeah.
Oh.
You wouldn't know it. Fashion sense. People wouldn't know, but that's like another undercover superpower of his. He could put together outfits.
Oh, I thought that was Terry's superpower.
You don't know the context of that statement,
Yeah.
but
He's good. No, he's really good at
like
it.
an onion. I learn something new every day. All right, Maury the fashion stylist. Okay, all right, let's get the party started and beware. DRE urges licensees to be on alert for growing warehouse lines of credit schemes. What the scheme looks like is scammers are posting as fake lenders. Posing, they are posing, right? Scammers are posing as fake lenders. They're recruiting licensed real estate and mortgage brokers as employees to represent the scammer, aka fake lender. The scammers account executive.
Account executive, like.
Is the name of the
giving you a
position
like
or
an
the?
account executive.
This account executive position comes with the promise of substantial commissions for signing up mortgage brokers for the scammers' warehouse lines of credit.
Oh,
Okay.
y'all, just
All
do
right.
your
So,
job. Forget all this. Just do your
you know,
job.
the complete opposite of Maury's authenticity. There are those who use their superpowers to create new and interesting ways of taking advantage of people. We have some anniversaries. 18 years for Wendy, Satriana, Peter O11, Day Park, 10. Rahaz. I've known Rahaz for 9 years, and Alex Dion for 8 years.
And Day Park is not even here anymore. Day Park. Day Park went to EXP.
Oh, Day Park. Yeah. What's that?
It's a technicality, he has to stay until his escrow closes.
And then bye.
We gotcha.
All right, Myron and Paul Chung, and also Dan Bramblett. Who's
Who's
Dan
Dan?
Bramblett?
Oh, they mean Don Turpram.
I know what they mean.
Yeah. He doesn't go by Dan, he goes by Don once in a while. If he can't
Don,
pronounce.
does he really?
Because some
that
people
makes more
have a hard
sense.
time
So
pronouncing
Doncher and
Don Turp.
Incher, Michael Cartagena, Damasio, also Brandon and Corey Heiss, Hibbs, Christina Clark. It's been 2 years already, Christina.
That it?
Moses Chung, Alyssa Bella, and there you go. Happy anniversary to you all. KW Mega Agent Camp, Golden Nuggets and Ahas, do the work, win the morning, win the day, luxury. Okay, so this is all Samantha. You want to?
Yeah, but I think Terry should come up. I just thought that the three of us, since we're here, would talk.
Yeah, of course, everyone who went to Mega Camp is on vacation now.
Right. Retired.
Yeah, they
Terry gave us that first nugget at the 9 a.m.
What was it? What was your, share your nug?
It was great, and those are the things I wrote down. And the main thing to me, going to Mega Camp this year was to do the work. And played really well throughout the entire camp. A lot of great speakers, of course, Gary Hill himself. But that's all I can say. I look at it as a great opportunity to network and meet other agents across the world. I met a lot of agents before at Mega Camp and San Reunion. And again, this time, but it kind of more like sealed the deal, so I know they'll probably start sending more referrals because people want to get a chance to know you. So a lot of dinner dates, lunch dates, in between stuff, in between the sessions was really nice. So if you haven't had the opportunity to go to one of the camps or the veteran reunions, I do encourage you.
Can I ask Terry, what does do the work? What did that mean to you? Because you said that's what you picked up on. What did that mean to you?
A lot of times we get as agents, we get caught up in scenarios dealing with our clients and stuff. We don't know what to say. The new, what's it called?
Fire mortgage stuff? What do you
No,
mean?
the paperwork
Yeah.
changed. You still have to do the work, no matter how you look at it. To me, do the work no matter what. If you're working with a client that's difficult, that's gonna happen. Things are gonna come up, but you don't have to answer the questions, make sure things happen. But it's gonna fall back on you to do it. No one else can do it. I can't call Joey and say, hey, I got this problem, but he's not doing my deal. I am. So I
You
have
can
to.
call me and say you have that problem, but you have to do the work. You have to a problem is an indication of interaction, of trying, of being in business, right?
Right,
Problems are gonna come up when you're playing the games.
right.
They're not gonna come up when, if your problem is, how do I start playing the game? That's goes to your point. You just do the work, right? Get in there, make a mess of it. It doesn't have to be perfect. It doesn't have, so many agents spend so much time, contemplating the perfect newsletter or the perfect script or the perfect anything, right? Get in there, make a mess of it. You'll make mistakes. You're going to make a mistake whether you spend 3 weeks preparing for your newsletter or you spend a day, 3 hours. It's going to land with some people. It's not going to land with other people, and that's just and you'll get better every time you do it.
Right. And that's how you get win in the morning, and you'll win the day.
Win the morning, starting your day.
What's
Yeah.
MOFER?
MOFR?
MOFER?
It is, all right, it's an acronym for, make offers for immediate response.
Ah.
Yeah, so it's about creating a call urgency, a call to action, whether it's in the offer of a service, like in, or in offer of a legitimate offer, right?
Got it.
Mine was luxury at all price points, right? I'm so tired of having this conversation about this word luxury, right? It's like, what is it? What is it in Indiana? What is it in Los Angeles? What is it in any part of the world? It's a mindset. And there was an agent on stage who just said this very simple, poignant statement. It's like, our team's motto is that we provide luxury service at all price points.
Mm-hmm.
And I really think that's important. And it means different things at different price points, and there's different expectations at different price points, but luxury mindset is what really defines a luxury experience, right?
Can I comment on that really quickly?
Yes.
Luxury to different people mean different things. And someone who has a $300,000 condo, that might be their whole world and their everything in their life. Someone that has a $3 million home might have 5 other homes. You know what I mean? So luxury is a perception of, you know what, this is my whole thing. I want you to treat me as well as you would that multimillionaire. So luxury at all price points should just be a standard for all of us, because everyone's deserving of that kind of treatment, no matter where they are or what the price point is. So I don't think it should have ever been an issue that you define it in different categories. It should just been that way.
It's more about us and less about them in a lot of ways, right?
Oh.
It's our approach to I want to be a luxury agent. I like to smack you in the face, right?
Yeah, that's lame.
It's like
You are already. You're a luxury agent already because of
that
the way you
person
treat
is not a
people.
luxury agent, right?
No, that person's
because
garbage.
they haven't
That
taken
person's
on
garbage.
the mindset of, because if they're asking that question, they're not aware of what a luxury experience is like. Okay, because if you are, when Barney's was open or Neiman Marcus or anything like that, you go to the peninsula, right? People greet you, they look in your eye, the doorman opens the door and he's looking in your eye and he's greeting you, welcome, blah, blah, blah. Every employee you come across and is looking to be of service, right? And that is what people, yes, that of course, higher price points, people, they expect that because they're in that world all the time. Now, to your point, I think that people who don't experience that on the daily are more appreciative of the luxury mindset, right? And I think that's what you get more gratitude at certain price points, right? Because they're not used to receiving that kind of service. But luxury service, being a luxury service provider is a mindset, and it's the standards inside your business that define that.
Yes, I think it was last year when I went to Mega Camp, there was one agent and she talked and promoted all about the luxury, and it wasn't the luxury price point, it was a luxury experience.
Yeah.
And so it was just an affirmation of like what we try to do, what we try to aim for. And so I have clients in various price points, anywhere from $500K to $20 million. But my point is that I provide the same level of service to them, and the level of expectations they should have is equally the same regardless of what their price point is. And it's because your $500,000 client will not always stay a $500,000 client. They will gradually, appreciate higher as well. But it's also the repeats and referrals that is the biggest, advantage, because our industry, if you look at people that are really, really successful, it's not about the marketing that they do, it's the repeat and referral clients that their database has grown to be. And so that's what you're aiming for. That's what you have to really focus on, is the level of service that you provide. Because I've met so many clients, so many agents that say, oh, well, that's not my job. or that they panned off a certain thing to somebody. So clients tend to really need a level of service that's all encompassed, because it's not about just selling their home, it's all of the other little details that comes with selling that home. Having movers, or like people that need to discard their, old items, or the transition that they have to make. So, the more services, the more vendors that you can provide so that that transition as smooth and painless as possible, that's what they're gonna remember.
So Jerry, on a separate note, I think we got that one right. So I thought a couple of social media things that I thought were super helpful. So one was posting about a local business on social media and tag that business, because then it's gonna ask them, hey, do you wanna add it to your story? And then you come up as the person who posted their story. So I love that. And then of course, if people start responding to their post, you also wanna either, at a minimum, like their things or even comment on them. So just to get you additional exposure through somebody else's site of a local business in an area that you work. And the second one that I loved on social media was ask a past buyer, so it doesn't necessarily work for new agents, ask a past buyer to post something they love about their house or their property and have them tag you, and then start engaging about the concept of real estate with their audience. So I just thought those were like.
So, yeah, I mean, social media is free.
Free.
Okay? And
$3.99.
in that, there are so many extra things you can do. So to Samantha's point, if hyper-locality in your business and in social media is really, really compelling. And that means you're focused on a specific area, and that doesn't mean you only have one. You can have a Victoria Square Circle account. You can have a Hancock Park account. You can have all these different accounts. But in those accounts, you're being hyper local with your information, right? And so you're tagging a business. You're also looking at what that business is posting, and maybe you share what they're posting. Sharing other people's posts is also a way to create connectivity and get your posts seen on their timelines, or to people that are looking at their posts and their friends. There's a lot of, the algorithm changes all the time, but there's a lot of ways to create connectivity, and it's not, it's not just about posting, right? It's like saying, I'm a new agent, I'm gonna put an ad in, I want business in Hancock Park, I want to put an ad in the Larchmont Chronicle, and then you sit back and you wait for somebody to call you. That's not going to happen. But if you are a member of the local country club, and you have a bus bench outside the country club, and you're Larchmont, and you're in the Larchmont Chronicle, and you are door knocking in the area, and you're sending out postcards, and you have listings, that's when that force takes over, right? And so the one piece is not enough. And even with social media, you really, if you plan on really doing social media to garner opportunities, then you run the whole play, right? You understand how you can best engage, and that's comments, likes, all of it, shares, comments, tags, share.
Can I comment on that real quick, because I do this all the time. I recently I got this really cute hat in Malibu from this cafe, right? So I got a picture of myself with the hat on at the ocean, tagged the cafe. The cafe shared it on their story. I got like 2 new followers from it. I don't know these people, but who knows? Maybe they live in Malibu and they're like, this girl, sell me your house. But I also do collaborating. And so this is something that he didn't mention. And I collaborate usually with my husband because he has a ton of followers, but you can collaborate and just invite the business to collaborate with you. They probably won't 90% of the time because they don't know you personally. But if someone knows you personally and they have a lot of followers, invite them to collab on Instagram. It will pop up on their page as if it's their post as well. and then all of their people see it. It's not just a fleeting story. It will be there. So tag them in the story, ask them to collaborate, and if they don't, that's fine, but the at of them will still be on it. So it usually shows up
Ask
in
me
their
to
timeline.
collaborate.
I asked,
Ask me to collaborate, you know, then it's on my, I love having it on my,
Alright.
content, because I don't.
That's awesome, because they also talked about revenue versus reputation. Reputation goes a long way, and digital, this is free, sort of, your reputation's already there, but if an organization is tagging you or whatever, people don't know you're brand new, people don't know this may be your
It lifts
first
you up.
listing. Because they talk about like Michael
Yeah.
Phelps, right? We all know, most of us know who Michael Phelps is, the Olympic swimmer. And then they talked about, I think her name was Jane Thompson or something,
Right.
and she's got more gold medals or whatever, but there just wasn't any publicity around her. So she doesn't have the same reputation, so she just moved down to the pie. So sometimes that reputation is just a perceived trust, perceived expertise.
Absolutely.
So I love that.
I'll give another little pieces. I have a friend who does a lot of like DIY costuming. She has a social media brand, so on and so forth. But she was making these funny kind of costumes, and Miley Cyrus reached out to her and said, "Hey, would you be interested in making me like a missing child milk carton and a banana costume, right?" And she's like, "Sure." She's like, "There's no money in it. I'll tag you in my post. She made the costume. The first day she tagged her in the post. She got 40,000 new followers.
Wow.
Okay,
That's amazing.
40,000 new followers just from being tagged in Miley Cyrus's post. Right?
well,
still don't
my
know why
hat
Miley
didn't get me
didn't pay.
that many.
What's that?
I still don't know why
I
Miley
got
didn't pay. Why she thought it
Because she
was.
didn't have to. She has something more valuable. That 40,000
Yeah,
bumps
agree.
her up to another stratus of
They gave her
followers that, you know.
Well, and you make money off Facebook. Like we get money in our account from social media every once in a while. So if you hook it up right on the back end, I look in my account and all of a sudden there's like $20, $30, So, there's a strategy to it as well. The more you post, the more followers you get, and it all begets more. Energy begets more energy.
Again. All
I'm
right, great.
exhausted.
And when everybody's back from their vacation, we'll have a little talk. Here's a little.
Oh, you guys are so cute.
They're cute.
Sorry, John and Chuck, we wish John and Chuck were there, but they were
Yes.
very, very busy networking, so that was.
John and Chuck,
Very good.
they go to Mega Camp, they go to Family Reunion, and they have agenda, right? People they're meeting, people they're having lunch with, they're building their network. And, when someone comes and asks me, "Hey, do you know someone in, some small town in Alabama?" I say, "John, do you know anybody in a small town in Alabama?"
Yep.
Tell her I referred to you. So here you go. Upcoming classes. MLS, yeah. Oh, go
I
ahead.
got to add something. So during the mega camp, they had this little thing that popped up on the screen where you could win something, a team call with Jason Abrams. I won.
Woohoo, Terry!
Okay, winner, chicken dinner.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
That's awesome.
All right, well, cool.
And play the lottery.
Yeah.
Right.
Is there a cash equivalent to that? Right?
All right.
Oh, the MLS class with Jose is
right.
is the 3rd from 2:30 to 3:30. Jose is a great teacher, and he will tell you everything that is new with the MLS, and he'll also answer any questions you might have. The morning show. Time for a break.
We're gonna take a little
Sabbatical.
breaky. Yes, that's
A
a
week.
little
It's
summer
vacation.
hiatus next week. But I am interested in that MLS class because I had a couple of calls now with compliance. And I don't know if you guys have noticed, but they've removed the commission not just for sales, but also for leases and also for commercial. And commercial definitely was supposed to be excluded from the NAR settlement. I thought leases were too. Our broker had told us that. I haven't read every bit of the settlement, but
it changes
yeah.
quite often.
they don't know why it's not in there. And their response to me was, I don't know, we have no idea. send me us an email and we'll research it.
Who said that? The
The
MLS?
MLS compliance.
Yeah, so, I mean, first of all, commercial, you're right, is not affected by this, but commercial's always done it
Different.
different.
Yeah,
They basically have done it the way we are now doing it,
Yeah,
right? It's always been partitioned, and it's always been a negotiation in the net sheet,
Mhm.
right? It's always
Yeah,
been, you know, how much you're gonna give, how much who's gonna give it, who's gonna pay it, right?
Which is a little disappointing that they don't know why they've done that.
The
Yeah,
leases are
well,
an issue. I
The
mean, I don't know.
MLS, you know, these big organizations they put out a lot of money,
Mhm.
right? And so they're super fearful and constipated on making any kind of, any kind of lean in to what we need.
Yeah.
They're worried about their liability,
Yeah.
not about what would be best
Better
for
be safe than
for
sorry.
the process,
Yeah.
So they'll work it out.
Yeah, Tracy, her thought was that they're using the same template, and when they removed it from one, it got removed from the other, and it's an IT thing. And that's possible. But anyway, we
An
are,
organization that big, I don't think that's an excuse, but sure.
it's not, but
Right, sure.
not knowing the compliance department, not.
But the week you're taking off, right?
Next week. So we finished going through all the new forms and the revised forms, and now we're in our kind of role play and discussion and question period. We're gonna finish that up on Thursday, and then we are going, Joey, you're gonna be there Friday? And then we will be
I'm gonna dress
off.
up, speaking of role play, I'll dress up like a
You can
pirate.
dress up like us.
Yeah.
And
How about a
we will
banana?
be off the last week of August through the Labor Day holiday. So we're coming back on the Tuesday, the 3rd, I believe.
Excellent, and we're closed on that Monday, is that holiday or Monday?
I'm closed.
Is it a Friday holiday or is it a Monday?
It's a Monday holiday. It's a Monday holiday.
September 2nd.
Excellent. Script practice with the Hollywood Hills every Tuesday and Thursday, 8:30 to 9 a.m. on Zoom. Great way to build that muscle if you're cold calling. Scott Leroy, nurture your database, direct mailers on the 22nd, you choose on the 23rd. What can Scott Leroy Marketing do for you on the 26th? Referrals on the 27th and 28th is consumer mobile app overview.
Joey, I don't think that script practice is only for cold calling.
No, it's not. It's
No,
not.
it's
You're right.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're absolutely correct. Samantha and I do the mentee group meeting on every Wednesday at 12:30. It's loads of fun. And the Brooklyn Caravan every Tuesday. Get here about 10:45, and it's fun for all.
It is fun. Thanks for everybody that came through our place last week.
And I wanted to thank everyone that came yesterday, because I know it was, not on the, it's not on the market
Official.
yet. So it was a private thing, just the office, and I appreciate you. I'm pointing at everyone that showed up. And I really appreciate it because it was good to have the feedback after all the work that was done on the place.
Yeah.
So it was really nice. And thank you, Joey, for bringing a whole bunch of new people.
My pleasure.
It was lovely.
Thank you. Yeah, I think we're gonna stick with that price point, even though new factors came into play,
It's always fun.
For fire coaching every Monday and Friday at 10 a.m. It's on Zoom, of course, but it's also at the Beverly Hills office on Mondays and at the Hollywood Hills on Friday. Let's talk options. Ryan is here next Wednesday. Yay. I really want you guys to take advantage of this tool when it's when the situation warrants it.
Cool. And we just had the Monday morning call, and because we had texted and emailed, a bunch of people from this office were on it, and I hope it was helpful. I think it was, to just sort of give you a better idea of how they can help, so.
Well, some agents take what I say to heart, and Tierso yesterday showed me his door knocking library, right? And this is another piece that you can add to that, right? As you're door knocking and people have individual needs or wants, right, or opportunities to use that. This conversation comes up of wanting a quick, easy investor sale, even though when the investor will pay today for your property, no obligation, this is a good way to start a conversation. fun of me?
Just let it take it.
All right, all right, I'm moving. Core services, look at all those pretty faces.
They are pretty.
Let's start with Andy Chris. I don't know if you're on there, Andy. Are you there? Andy? No?
1, 2, 3.
Okay. We'll get back to Andy if she jumps up. In person and looking very sporty.
It's supposed to be summary, not sporty.
I feel like you're on a catamaran.
I am, in my mind.
It definitely was that show about the yachts, the yacht people.
Oh, yacht just sank, so we're not gonna talk about yachts
Oh,
right now.
no, like the one where you work on a yacht.
Yeah, you do.
Below the deck.
Very Bravo below deck.
Yeah, below.
The reality
Work
show
on that
below
show.
that? No. I prefer Selling Sunset.
Yeah.
Just kidding.
No.
All right, hi, everybody. I think I was not here the last 2 weeks, so it's good to see everyone in person. If you did not get yet, I have these wonderful words of wisdom cards that have a monthly quote, and they change monthly, so I will have them every month.
What's the quote this month?
This month it is, be the change that you wish to see in the world.
I have a T-shirt that says that.
So, and it has my QR codes on the back, both for home warranty and NHD. So if you ever lose my info, pick up one of these cards. I'll leave some in the back. I did bring the gift certificates today. If you don't remember, these are for if you ever purchase a home warranty for your client, you can give these to them, and it has a nice little envelope. You can write in how much you're going to pay for the home warranty for your client. And you know, you can put this in the nice little envelope I give you and say, I've purchased this as a closing gift for you or as just an additional gift. Here you go. I'm amazing. I'm the hero. That's the point. So I have those. And then I have nail files today, which are a fan favorite. So if anyone needs nail files, see me after class. After class.
Take
After-
extra.
See me after class for your nail.
And then I have door hangers today too. I know a couple people email me. I do have a couple with me, more in my car. So if anyone wants door hangers, see me after the meeting. And then one thing I wanted to chat about too was social media, which Sophia, thank you so much. So I don't know if you guys have ChatGPT downloaded on your phone, but it actually has a talk to text feature, and you can click the little headphones button and start talking to it. And last night I was exploring a little bit, and I was in a different real estate office meeting, and someone was talking about how they utilize LinkedIn to reach out to prospects. And it's very interesting because even Gary Vee, I don't know if any of you follow him, his whole thing is LinkedIn is like one of the most underutilized social media platforms on the planet. Most people think that it's just for searching for jobs, but you have to think that everyone that has a job and has a high paying job is on that platform. So one thing this realtor was doing in a different office meeting, which I thought was so smart, is they were utilizing ChatGPT to create a sequence on LinkedIn and email nurses that maybe are newer in the field or had been in the field for a couple of years, and doing an email sequence to nurses because obviously they have high paying jobs, they travel, there's travel nurses, they need to live different places. So there's opportunities for these nurses to buy homes, right? So I just played with it last night, talked to it, put this in. I'm not gonna read the whole thing, but one thing I did wanna read is, so this is the first note to them, right? It says, hi, whatever their name is, I hope you're doing well. I noticed that you're a dedicated nurse, which really caught my eye. My name is Duncan, and I specialize helping healthcare professionals like you navigate the journey to home ownership. I'd love to connect and share some insights that could be helpful as you consider buying your first home. I did 30 seconds of work, and this created literally a whole sequence for me to message them at least 5 messages. While I was walking to the gym, I talked to this and created it. So this is really powerful, really easy to do. There's another tool that I've used with LinkedIn. It is a monthly subscription, but it'll do a campaign for you and connect to your LinkedIn, and it'll create different sequences, not just emailing them in sequences, but it'll first like one of their posts, then it'll try to connect as a friend with them. So basically it's a non-invasive way of trying to reach out to them and, you know, showing them, yeah, and trying to show them that you're adding value and you're caring about them, not just wanting something from them, like a lot of these people that email on LinkedIn. So I can send you guys the website to that. It's called Dripify. It is like essentially like a CRM for LinkedIn, and it's pretty powerful, awesome tool.
Dripify?
Yeah, Dripify.io is the website, but I've used it. I think the professional one is like $79 a month, and then you do have to upgrade your LinkedIn to premium, but you can target too who you're sequencing this to. So again, if it was like a nurses campaign like that, you could target like nurses within a certain mile radius and reach out to them.
I
So
would also encourage people to, ChatGPT is a great tool, okay? It's not a replacement for you.
No.
But if you spend the money and get a paid account, it starts to learn your voice.
Yeah.
Right? It starts to understand how you approach things, and so in that, it gets better and better and better and better at recreating your intention.
Terminator.
I know, yeah. We won't, here's a good thing, we won't be alive to see that.
Right, that's the truth.
You're making
but again,
multiples
it's a
of you.
tool, it's not a substitution, right? It's prompting is an art form.
And honestly, the new feature on when you have it on your phone, just to be able to press the headphone and talk to it, you could literally be doing other things, and it'll, the first one I did with it last night about the nurses, it was reaching out to them, and it thought that I wanted nurses that already owned homes, and then it said, "Would you like to tweak this?" And I said, "No, actually, ones that don't own homes yet," and tailor it to that sequence. And it redid it within seconds, and I had a whole sequence and it saved it in there. And like I said, I was walking to the gym. So it's a pretty powerful tool. I always thought as a realtor, like, how can you reinvent prospecting and not just do door knocking and cold calling, which we all know we have to do and works, but how can we add to that and do things differently and create differences? And I was big on social media too. I still am. But, one theory I had on Instagram as a realtor is I would take videos of high-end homes, at least one on Caravan, post it, of course, permission from the agent, but do a little tour of the home and then talk about it in my video. And literally I'd have people reach out to me that couldn't afford that home, but they were in the market to buy in my feed. And maybe they were only in the market to buy a $500,000 condo, but I would have never known that. And they're just messaging about that.
Yep.
So that's what I got.
Duncan, that's a lot, thank you.
Hey, Joey.
Hey, Rachel Biggio.
Hey, can I just chime in real quickly for Duncan? Because I
Yes.
have to jump off, but I want to fill the bucket for him.
Oh.
So I had him, Duncan offered, I closed on a property last week and he asked if I wanted him to reach out to the client. And I was like, okay. And he sent like the greatest email to the buyer introducing himself. He included a couple like pamphlets besides the copy of the policy, but also like some how-tos and just some really helpful information. It was really great. A lot of times we usually have Raha send that, but this was awesome to have it come directly from Duncan since he is the source. And now our client knows him. And I told my client, like, save his info. Now you have that contact. So I just want to thank Duncan for doing that. And if you're using Duncan, you should have him do it.
Okay, I've got to second that. He not only calls the client to make things wonderful when they're already wonderful, he calls clients to make things wonderful when they are not so wonderful. And those are not calls that are easy to make. And Duncan, I really appreciate it.
Duncan. All right, Miss Raha, how are you today?
I'm doing well. How are you guys?
Skipped over
So,
your-
sorry, I'm not on my laptop today, so no visual. As you all know, with all these new changes of forms, we have new checklists. So these can be found in our shared office drive, and they're also in command as you create your opportunities. And for all the agents that have listings currently that were written on the previous listing agreements, they will need to add the CAR form DMLA, which is the disclosure and modification to listing agreement. You will need this added if you have the previous listing agreement signed with your clients. Please also make sure to add the new KW forms that our broker sent out, along with any additional CAR forms that are now required. These are also all listed in Command and in our checklist. I encourage you all to stay on top of uploading your files to Command so that we can review it for compliance. Do not wait until the last minute, especially now that we have all these new things to look out for, new forms, so that we can help each other get what's needed as soon as possible. So please let your assistants, your TCs, your teammates know that we have new forms, new checklist, as they sometimes might not be receiving these updates directly from our broker or office.
Raha, thank
Yes.
you.
Thank you.
Thank you, thank you.
She provided all those checklists to the 9 a.m. calls, so we could go for every single one. So thank you, Mama, and happy
Thank
anniversary.
you. Thank you. Can't believe 9 years. Oh my God. That's crazy.
Just 9 years with your license, right?
Crazy.
Yeah,
Longer.
that's
Longer.
it's crazy.
I
All
will,
right.
sir.
Thank you guys.
Hi, sweetie. Bye.
Bye.
Social media questionnaire, plan for action, plan of action for realtors. Do we know what that is?
Was that yours, or was that yours last week?
That was mine last week. Oh, and if anyone didn't get that or see that, I'm happy to send it to them.
Thank you, Duncan. Okay, agent happenings, birthdays. Derek Townsend today, Josh Mendoza tomorrow, Tracy Bates in several days.
Saturday.
Steve Basilis on the 25th, Matthew Lobby on the 26th, Peter O on the 26th, and Stephanie Margolin on the 27th. Happy birthday all. Have a joyous birthday. Some closed escrows. Linda Shim on Westminster Avenue, congratulations. Pete Bonacore on Amesbury, congratulations. Marisa Tranquilli on 2nd Street, congratulations. Heidi Davis on Bronson. Rachel and Tiffany on Darlington, Christina and Donnie Bramblett on Shenandoah. Is he on there?
Yeah.
And Anna Lee on Richvale. Congratulations to you all. Yay. Oh, there goes the applause. Bring on the applause already. And then new escrows, Christina Kim on Font Hill. Pete on both Ridpath and Dozier, Jen Roa or Jen Lana on Flint Ridge Avenue, Rachel and Tiffany on Canoga Avenue.
Yeah.
Congratulations. Some closed leases, Sharon Posomsky on Foothill, Ian Foothill, Pont Hill, and Ian Cherney on Industrial.
Yeah.
Congratulations. Close referrals, I love seeing that. Fairfax, Virginia,
Great.
Rachel,
That's where I went
congratulations.
to high school.
Well, there you go. She,
Oh, it's the person I referred you. Oh, where'd she go?
she's on there.
It's on.
Yeah, I referred her the agent.
Oh, there you go.
Awesome.
It's a group effort. New listings. What do we got? We got residential.
I like the new graphic.
Antron, me and Cherney have a property, 1100 Wilshire Boulevard. And that is a 2-bedroom, 2-bath, 1,340 square feet, $949,000. Looks quite lovely. What building is that, Christine? You're good with that? You don't know?
It's actually not really into downtown. It's like right before.
Right on the edge, side of the highway. John and Sylvia have a new listing on Bentley, 2031 South Bentley. It's 2-bedroom, 2-bath, and it is 1,640 square feet for $899,000. Pete Bonacore and Star Jasper on Oak Street in Santa Monica have a beautiful 3-bedroom, 3-bath, 1,335 square feet for $1,249,950.
Yep, very nice, 2 stories, like townhouse style, there's, gated parking, all wood floors, 5-minute walk to Clover Park, it's in Sunset Park. It's it's just a great spot. There is no air conditioning in the unit, but the HOA is discussing it. There are only 6 units in the community, and it's not unusual in Santa Monica to not have AC, but I just wanted
It gets a little chilly at night, even in the dead of summer. Yep. It's usually not a problem. Vinny, Park on West 9th. Do you have any? 2-bedroom, 2-bath. 1,190 square feet for a smidge under 600,000, 599, 800.
Yeah, that's a market lot.
The market lofts.
So the big question you have to ask is, the reason why it's 599, 800 for a 2-bedroom,
They have
2-bath is
radiation.
because,
No.
it's because their parking structure is not owned. So their parking structure originally had a 10-year with a stated number, and then 5-year, 5-year, 5-year. So now we're at the third 5-year, I think. So HOA is like over $1,000 for that. So I have a client who has a 1-bedroom and her HOA is $900.
Because of the
Because
of the parking situation.
Because the parking is not owned by the HOA
Yeah.
nor the building, and so they
jacking it
keep
up.
jacking up the
Yeah.
prices.
Yeah.
And so because of that HOA constantly going up, it's deflating the value of the condos.
Wow.
And then also not to mention the periodic roof leak, the periodic pool leak that they get over routes.
Oh,
That's a lot of
special.
fun.
Oh, I know which one
Oh,
this is.
sorry, Vinny, sorry, Vinny.
No,
Vinny's like jumping through the computer, strangling you.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
Well, no,
I mean, but you want to be aware,
But here you are, but also
Yeah.
599,800 for a 2-bedroom, 1,200
Yeah,
square foot.
it's gonna be
property
the best
above the
price,
house.
yeah, best price per square feet for a condominium. It's a full luxury building. They have 24-hour concierge service, pool, rec room, all that good stuff,
And they'll work it out at some point, maybe.
For them, just take a scooter everywhere, I guess.
All right, Laura Anderson has a beautiful property on High Point, 1836 High Point. That's 4-bedroom, 4-bath, 2,221 square feet for $2,695,000. It looks. I love all the natural lighting there. I'm a big fan. Leases on Euclid. John and Sylvia have a 1-bedroom, 1-bath, 750 square feet for $3,250. Also, Timothy has a property on Centinela that is 1-bedroom, 1-bath, 700 square feet for $2,300. Any flavor to that?
I think it's leased.
It's leased.
Oh, that's a flavor.
Nice.
Sylvia and John also have this Euclid property, a 1-bedroom, 1-bath, 900 square feet for $3,250. And Shia on Romaine has a 4-bedroom, 3-bath, 1,700 square feet for $4,250 per month. All right, income properties. Numero uno is Vinny, has Maplewood, looks like a tear down of sorts.
Poor Vinny.
I mean, it just, right? I mean, that's just.
The parking is down the street, the roof leaks.
Well, hold on a second, I'm sorry. There's absolutely, it's all about bringing value, right? You have a 7,260 square foot lot. There's multifamily next to it. I could still, shoot.
It's a opportunity.
And it's under $1 million. So, it's got 2 units. I don't know what the tenancy's like, because they're both 1-bedrooms, but.
Three over there. It's like, that's a good acquisition.
Yeah. Peter O and Myron Bank have Walton Avenue, 2 units, 2 4-bedroom, 2 baths, 8,102 square feet lot size for just under 1.6. All right, and plug listings coming soon. What do you got?
That house.
I have a 3-bedroom, 3-bath, single-family home. It's in Redondo Beach, and it's just gorgeous, and it's like literally maybe like 3-4 minutes from the beach. And
Walk.
yeah, you can walk there. It's like incredible pocket. The address on that is, let me see. Camino, it's 635 Camino de Encanto. Someone got wind of me prepping this property, so I'm waiting for an offer to come in off market, but it can still be available if someone, is looking in that Redondo area. It's like right adjacent from Palace for PV. So it's like the best sought after pocket. And this street apparently is one of the most highly sought after. There's no inventory. The only other one is at 10 million. We're launching ours at 2.5. I've got an offer, a potential offer at 2.75 already. So if you've got buyers, I obviously would give it to you guys than a Compass agent. So let me know.
Just say it.
Just saying.
There you go.
Alhambra, that's, we're about to close next week. We listed that at 989 and we're in contract for 1.77. And I'm representing the buyer.
Excellent.
When, is that the one that was the duplex that just did so much outside?
No, that duplex, actually, we just launched it about 8 days ago. I got an offer and we're going to accept, and that was at 899. We're accepting at 975.
Excellent. Charlotte, you want to talk about?
Yeah, I don't know why it didn't. I emailed it yesterday. I'm not sure why it didn't make the list, but the Pasadena property that I've been talking about for the last few weeks is incoming soon now. It's going to be active as soon as I get the video up later today. We are open tomorrow from 11 to 2 and also twilight 5:30 to 7:30. And then on Sunday, 1 to 4, Saturday and Sunday, 1 to 4. So if you have anybody looking, the website is 1340fairlawnway.com. It's super, super, super sexy, mid-century, amazing views. Northern San Rafael Hills of Pasadena. If you have anybody looking, it's going to go quickly. I really hope you guys can make it out tomorrow. We will have wine and cheese for the twilight.
It's a super, super stunning property, and it's like classic mid-century. It is staged. Is that staged, or is it that's the?
No, it's staged.
It looks beautiful.
And Charlotte, what time is it tomorrow night?
Sorry?
What time tomorrow night is your?
5:30. We're going to do 11 to 2, which is Broker's Caravan for Pasadena tomorrow. And then we're going to do 5:30 to 7:30 because the city lights are really gorgeous at night. I don't know if Jen Lana is on the call, but she actually brought a buyer by the other day and saw it. So she could probably speak to it as well.
I am on the call. It is absolutely stunning. And my buyer and I are going back there for the twilight tomorrow. So looking forward to seeing whoever comes out and it is, yeah, Charlotte just did an incredible job and she just, it's like the staging is only what the staging can do. And then she even had to bring in her, taste and eye to kind of put a bow on it and complete it. And I totally relate to that. So she did an incredible job.
Thanks. And yeah, and just to that note, stagers are only going to do what they're going to do. My seller chose a stager that I thought was going to be great. They kind of phoned it in a little bit. We had to go back and do a lot of fixes. And to Christina and Tracy's point about luxury and just doing what's right for your client, Richard and I were at Living Spaces on Friday night at 8:00 buying a rug and lifting up a bed and putting it under there because we were having photos taken on Saturday. I mean, we got to do what we got to do for all our clients. So just, just because it's a high-end listing doesn't mean everything falls into place.
Where was that stage?
Yep. And Tati, Samantha, Brian, here you go. Can we send out that twilight thing for tomorrow to this property and the link?
And my listing wasn't on the listings yet because I'm going to make it active tomorrow. But for those of you who saw it, you can speak to how it looks. It's a large 2-bedroom, 2-bath in a smaller, quiet building. It only has, it has, it's not huge, but it has like 18 units. It's light and bright and completely redone. There's a pool, 2 parking spots. It doesn't have in-unit laundry, but you're allowed to install that if you like. And it's a good feel. It has a good feel. So, and I'm gonna list it for $715, which is a really good price point for the amount of work, the size and the area.
It's a great neighborhood, yeah.
Yeah, so, oh, and it's,
Yeah, nice one.
yeah, for those of you that came, I mean, what did you, I mean, it seems like you,
Yeah, that's great.
yeah, and it's at 1345 North Fuller, which is just right below Rock and Roll Ralph's. But again, it's a really quiet building, and I had all the doors open, which was hot, but I wanted the doors open so people could hear. And you know, Rock and Roll Ralph's, you could just, I can't say walk in the MLS, but it is minutes from, you know, Trader Joe's, Starbucks, Laugh Factory, El Compadre, which I will be having margaritas after my open houses. So, you know.
All right, any other pocket listings coming soon to be shared? All right, wants and needs, fill the bucket.
I'd love to fill the bucket for Raha. She is incredible. We are in escrow right now. It moved very fast, and we're dealing with trust on both sides. And it's a really big property and lots of intricate, you know, facets to it. And I just want to say thank you as always. She's incredible. And yeah.
Thank you. You're too sweet. Thank you, Jen. Thank you
Feel
to
the
Tim.
love.
It's a team effort.
Great, thanks, Jen.
I want to fill the bucket real quick for Sam, or
Yeah.
Samantha, sorry. Because she's been so responsive with my pocket listing and trying to make sure people are aware of it and getting information out. So she's a really good resource as agent services. So I really appreciate, I know you had a big chair to fill there, and you've done it really well. And I really appreciate what you've done over the past few weeks.
Yay, thank you. Thank you, agreed. Anybody else wants, needs, fill the bucket?
I also want to fill the bucket for Raha because I didn't realize that she was actually sending an intro on my behalf too until yesterday. So I'm happy to do it for you guys and would love to, but Raha's been doing it as well, which is just an extra step that a lot of TCs, in fact, I won't mention names, but there's another TC at another Keller Williams office who won't even order the home warranty for the agent anymore. So, which is fine because I appreciate the agents contacting me, but I had 2 agents be like, I don't even know how to do that, I've never done it. So, Raha goes above and beyond.
She's the best. We know her.
Thank you. And Duncan, thank you for your help.
Of course.
You're the best.
Right? I love it.
Takes a village.
Anybody else? Huh? Me? Huh? All right, then we're gonna go to, like, comment, and subscribe.
Yes, he's so cute.
This makes too much sense. It just makes too much sense.
So for those of you who know me, you probably know that between Margie and I, we have 9 grandchildren. The oldest one just turned 5. And the youngest are twins that were born in April. And this is a passion project of mine. I just launched a YouTube channel, and it's Grandpa Maury Reads a Story, and I read stories to kids followed by sensory video, all set to classical music, because research says all 3 of those help brain and cognitive development. So my want and need is, if you would be so kind, it would help the channel gain visibility. If you go to YouTube, search Grandpa Maury Reads a Story, and hit subscribe. Doesn't mean
Thank
you pay, it's all free.
I got the chip.
Peter
And
Rabbit had
actually,
me in
it
tears.
launched about a week and a half ago, and we have 400 views already.
Yeah, I think I watched Peter Rabbit twice.
I can keep my eyes open.
How do you have 9 grandchildren? That's a bigger question.
I love you. Are you,
What happened?
we have a presenter today, and it's Jennifer Roach. Jennifer, were you here before? Yes, of course you have.
Organization, yes, I
I've
remember.
been here a while.
All right, it looks like there's a present.
Let's
do this.
Jennifer's gonna talk about her organization, service.
Yeah. Hi, guys. I haven't been here in a while. By the way, I'm gonna if you can give me your cards, your business cards, or write on a piece of paper or something, your name and email, I'm gonna go around and get it from you, or you can meet me in the back. But I want to raffle off a little $500 gift certificate. I mean, who cares about this? But this is key, because I'm going to tell you why you need me. So I created this business organization, Fabulous, about 12 years ago. And I understand exactly what you guys were just talking about, when, stagers can only do what they can do. So I'm an organizer, but I've created a one-stop shop for agents and their clients. So I totally understand all of the, concerns that your clients have. The first service that I offer is home prep for sale. So I'm an organizer. So I'm going to come in and declutter. I'm going to create a blank canvas. I'm going to listen to you as the agent. Tell me what you need your clients to do, and I'm going to mimic that. I come on free consultations. You can be there or not. Most people need to meet me to understand why it's important to have me there, because I come from a place of kindness when I'm helping these cluttered or older folks, that you can't even take your pictures. I would be on earlier than 8 o'clock on a Friday night already. I will have gone to Living Spaces and getting a rug. I will have told you the things, the line items that you need. I also work really well with stagers. They absolutely love the fact that I'm a crap whisperer, basically, is what I'm doing. So I come in and I declutter and I create this blank canvas, and usually the clients go, "It doesn't even look like anyone lives here." And I'm like, "Thank you." Because we got to take the personality out, but also I'm a professional packer, mover, and unpacker. So these are kind of a linked service that I offer, because they got to move. And half the time it seems like people are reluctant to put the house on the market because, as you know, the third most stressful thing that people typically go through after death and divorce, which is normally why they're moving, is moving. So we just really try to come from a place of kindness. My team and I don't have anybody who's worked with me less than 3 years. And I've been doing it now for 12 years. I come up with solutions. Also, if there's people that are moving into new builds, I do whole closet and garage design services. It's just the package deal. Also, after they meet me, my evil plan is that they will fall in love and let me come in and help them purge and declutter, especially if they're going to downsize. The older folks are now coming into a place where their adult children are needing to put them maybe into assisted living, or they're coming to live in their neck of the woods or whatever it is. So those packing, moving, and unpacking services, as well as decluttering and organizing, is my jam. And I've got a bunch of these brochures with all of my different real estate packages on the back. As far as pricing goes, because that's going to be your next question, we're definitely less expensive alternative to staging. So, and it's practical what we're doing. So if we have a client that doesn't really want to stage, or they can't fathom how they can afford to do such a thing, maybe having someone like me come in and use what they have, but also have the kind conversations about, we need to clear about 80% of this furniture out, or, and then I solve the problems. I do full storage management too. So it's, again, I know you guys, you have the tough job of trying to service the clients you have and get new listings and all of that. But I can be a great closing gift, as well as here's these cute little gift certificates are made of metal. They don't lose them. So if you want to at least have them have some help when they're getting ready to move and all of those kinds of things, I can make it happen.
I have a question.
Yeah.
So, oftentimes, or sometimes, I get the question of, my client doesn't want to, they live there, they don't want to do a full stage.
Right.
They're not going to move out until they have to, but is there somebody who can come in and do a little clean, a little fluff,
Yeah.
and a little thinning out and stuff like that?
That's exactly what I do. It's exactly what I do. And I also, for some people, I have a blog on my website that nobody reads, but I make it, it's supposed to be for SEO. Yes, I do. Befores and afters. Please follow me, by the way, on organization_fabulous on IG, because I'm also kind of a spaz and I try to make things fun. And so it's kind of interesting to see my befores and afters and describing what I'm doing. But you know, I think a lot of people need to know how to live in their house while they're selling it. So that's one of the blogs that I offer. And every blog that I write is really, I'm writing it for you, so you can send it to your clients. So yes, I'm sort of talking to your clients, but it's just backing up what you're already telling them. And it really gives you a sense of, I've got someone on my team that's also reiterating this. So please look at my blog on my website, which is ofab.me. OFAB has turned into a verb now. We come and OFAB your house. But again, we do it, you know, we're not into making anybody feel shame. I think that's a lot of what people say is, don't look at this, you know, oh, you know, yeah, well, I talk about it, but you know, what we're gonna do, I lie to people sometimes and I say, I fib and say, we don't need to make you get rid of anything. I just want you to know where all your things are, right? And then when I put like with like and they have 17 flashlights, I'm like, could we part with the corroded ones? Could we do that? So it's a bargaining thing, you know? So anyway, all the real estate packages are gonna be here in the office. I've got them back there, but you know, go to my website, call me about anything. If I can't do the job, I can at least put you in touch with the right vendor. I also am a project manager. So if you have handyman and work that needs to be done and you don't have time to babysit and handhold, you can hire me to do that on an hourly basis.
That's great.
All right,
Thank you.
call me. Thank you. Oh, by the way, later I'm gonna be back there, pick up cards.
Everybody drop off your card.
Yeah, $500 gift certificate. You can transfer it to your client. I also give you personally discounted rates.
Yay.
Oh, yeah,
Love
girl.
all of that.
Oh, and I also brought potato Louis.
Wow. That's a very classy move. Very
Love that.
classy move.
That's
That's a
about
power
$100
move.
dress.
Call it there. All right, you guys, have a great week.
Thanks, Joey.
Before you go to the potato Louis, have a